So it's Saturday night. It's about 25 to 8. We've just had our last dinner. Jen is enthusiastic as usual. She's sunburned. Ish, sort of.
Sure.
The restaurant is heating at the moment. Getting ready for closing at 8 o'clock. Someone's dead in the pool. Don't know if you can see from there. Don't know if you caught that. Someone has actually died. How weird.
I think they're floating, dear.
Over in the corner. There. That bit there in the corner. And there is the over here. Now, there is the glass bottom boat, which is actually it's the first time I've seen that out actually on the sea, because it's been docked the entire time we've been here. So maybe it only goes at certain times of the day, or I don't know. I'd say this holiday has been a very, very good one. Today the temperature hit 35, 36 degrees, is that right? So needless to say it was fucking boiling, but it wasn't as hot as it sounds, because obviously we're right next to the coast. In fact, we are on the coast, so we had all the breeze coming through, and obviously we've got the pool and that sort of stuff. And there are a lot of parts around here now that are shaded, like for instance that part in front of the restaurant. There's a bit down below us which is all covered up in shade because it's the building's in the way. So that helped out earlier. I would say, if I had to, I'm going to do a proper review of this hotel and explain everything in detail as best as I can. Actually, screw it, I'll do it now. So the Riu Nautilius, as it's pronounced, in Torremolinos, is a 4-star hotel. I don't know if it goes up any higher than 4-star. Quote me if I'm wrong.
You can get 5-star, I think.
You can? Apparently it does go up to 5. I don't know what makes it a 5-star here. I never really thought about it. So it's okay. So the room sizes here are very, very decent size. They're well equipped. They've got the usual basic stuff, which I have covered in the room review that I did at the beginning of the holiday. The inside of the hotel, like I said, down in the corner, it's a restaurant. It holds, I'd say, over 100 people, easy over 100 people. And they have 2 separate serving times. So, for instance, you get given an early or a late session. Is the word. So we have, with the exception of one night, because we got home late, we've been on the early session, which is between 6:30 and 7. You have to be in the restaurant, and then it's 8:30 till 9. 8:30 till 9 for the second one. Now, it actually starts from 6:30 till 8 o'clock, and then, like I said, it's 8:30 till 10 o'clock, because that's apparently, from what my wife tells me, that Spanish people usually eat very, very late anyway. So we've been on the promenade, which is over that way, and some of the restaurants are starting to serve about 9 o'clock onwards, so which makes more sense. The hotel itself, it's got a very good sized pool, considering that it's adult only. It's got plenty of beds. Only today did we have a bit of a problem finding somewhere that wasn't pre-laid out, but they have a stack of the sunbeds over in this corner where the parasols are, and they usually keep about 30 spare, so you can then plonk around. And the other beauty is as well is you can actually have them on the grass. Now, a lot of hotels that I've been to throughout the years get really funny about that, but this place doesn't, because I think they realised that in the first place. You know, people don't necessarily want to be around the pool; they want to be further back. a bit of a lot more shade than whatever they can give. They can move them around, whereas generally the ones that are already laid out, they kind of get left there. They're always clean and tidy. I don't think I've actually seen any litter because there's all the recycle bins around, but they're all different types and they're all what ones are what. We've got a hotel cat who is currently asleep over there. You can't see it from here, but it's a little girl. We've worked that bit out. We found out, and this is going off topic, that they've all got little clips up their ears, and apparently it's something to do with them being strays. Spayed and released, was it?
Trap, neutered, release.
Trap, neutered, release, they call it. And so they've got all, like for instance, we think the female cats have got it on one ear, and then male cats have got it on the other, so they can distinguish which one's which. It is I wouldn't say it's brutal having a bit of your ear cut off, but where else would you do it? That's the thing. So it's not affecting the cat in any way. They're still able to hear and everything, so it's a small price to pay for that, and it does control the population. Back to the hotel. So it's got its own gym, it's got its own indoor swimming pool, it's got a spa, the restaurant, and then the bar, which is above the restaurant, which I've pointed out many times. The pool, access to the promenade, plenty of lifeboats, plenty of beds, some lounges, and the parasols. The rooms are a very good size. Bathrooms are very good size as well, because sometimes they can be a bit pokey and a bit shit. But this is not the case. Yes, excuse the pun, yeah. The only issue we had, which was sorted very, very quickly, actually two issues. First one was you get allocated a table for whatever session you're in, and you stick to that table all the time you're here. And our table got given away about 2 or 3 days in, so we were given a new one, and that was sorted within maybe 2 minutes. So we're happy with that, and where we ended up anyway was actually better, so that's okay. And the second one was there was a leak in our bathroom roof, and it turned out, above the toilet annoyingly, as it turned out the room above, someone had a shower and it just overflowed slightly, and it had gone into the floor and then it seeped through. But that was cleared up and sorted, so again within about 10-20 minutes, all cleaned, sorted. So you can't fault this place at all. I mean, is there anything here that no, I actually can't think of anything. So I mean, even its location is still, these green birds, I don't know if you can see it, one's on the branch, and one, I don't know if they're parrots or not. I can't zoom in. Even its location, where we are at the moment, we're about 10 minutes walk to Benalmadena. Benalmadena. That one. And we're about 10 minutes walk, 10-15 minutes walk, actually into the kind of busy part of Torremolinos. So, again, going back to the Carmen video that I did in the beginning of the week, the only reason it took longer is because of the fact it was a festival and there were just so many people. But we did that walk last night, and we did about 3-4 miles in about 2 hours. But beforehand it took us an hour just to do a mile, so that's the difference. And we were saying last night that where we ended up finish point really, was so far away that if you were up there and you wanted to go down to the port, the marina, it would take you easily about an hour and a quarter each way. But in this particular case, we're happy because we're smack in the middle of both, so for us it's fine. One thing that we have noticed, and I haven't been able to find where you can hire these, they've got these bikes. They're electric bikes, but they look like the Bat Pod from The Dark Knight Returns. when the tumbler gets destroyed, it turns into the bike. And it does look like that. I've taken a picture of one of them, and if I see another one, I'll see if I can get a video of it. But if you have one of them, you could easily get to and from in an hour, no problem. But obviously you can stop. So yeah. If I was to give a rating for this hotel out of 10, I would actually give it 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm not giving it a full mark is because actually I don't have a reason, if I'm honest. Oh yeah, that was it. The entertainment is primarily, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean this horribly, it's primarily aimed at people over the age of about 50. So a lot of it is just singing and dancing, and that's about it. There's nothing really sort of broken up for our generation, because there are plenty of people our age who are in the hotel, but it's kind of, we're not ignored at all, because there's plenty of things round in all the other places to go to. But if you wanted to just stay here, you can't really enjoy it. I know it sounds silly, but it's just that one thing. That's why I'm not giving it a full mark. But the other people here seem to enjoy it, so yeah, that is just my opinion. So with that in mind, like I said, I'd give it 9 out of 10. And if you want to come here, then I would thoroughly recommend it. But like I said, it's adult only. There are kid-friendly hotels nearby, but again, don't know what they're like. We haven't been there. So we're going to go and pack for tomorrow's flight home and back to normality. So with that, I'm going to sign off. So see you later. Bye.